What if World War II didn't end the way we remember? What if, buried deep in Nazi Germany's final months, there was a plan, so advanced, so ambitious, that it could have changed everything? A plan involving stealth aircraft, intercontinental bombers, and weapons decades ahead of their time. This wasn't science fiction, it was real. And if it had come just a little earlier, the outcome of the war might have been very different. By 1944, Nazi Germany was losing. The Eastern Front was collapsing under Soviet pressure. In the West, Allied forces had landed in Normandy. The once unstoppable war machine was now fighting for survival. But inside Germany, something strange was happening. Instead of surrendering, the regime doubled down on a radical idea: that advanced technology could still win the war. The Nazis called them Wunderwaffe, wonder weapons. The most famous, the V-2 rocket. It was the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile, faster than the speed of sound, impossible to intercept, but as terrifying as it was, it came too late to change the war, and the V-2 was just the beginning. Hidden in Nazi blueprints was an aircraft unlike anything the world had ever seen. A flying wing, powered by jet engines, designed to evade radar. Today, we'd call it stealth technology. Back then, it was decades ahead of its time. The aircraft, known as the Horten Ho 229, was fast, agile, and incredibly difficult to detect. If deployed in large numbers, it could have struck Allied cities without warning. And that's exactly what Nazi planners intended. But Germany had an even more ambitious goal: to strike directly at the United States. A project known as the America Bomber. These planes were designed to fly across the Atlantic, bomb New York City, and return to Europe. Imagine the psychological impact: a war that suddenly reached American soil. It could have shaken public morale and possibly altered US involvement in the war. But like many Nazi projects, it never reached full production. Then there's the most chilling possibility of all: Nazi Germany developing an atomic bomb. While the Allies raced forward with the Manhattan Project, Germany struggled with resources, coordination, and internal conflicts. Some historians believe that if Germany had prioritized nuclear research earlier, they might have beaten the Allies to the bomb. And if that had happened, the war and the world would look very different today. So what was the real secret Nazi plan? It wasn't just one weapon. It was a strategy, a belief that cutting-edge technology could compensate for overwhelming odds. Jet fighters like the Me-262, ballistic missiles like the V-2, stealth bombers, intercontinental aircraft. If these had been deployed earlier, in greater numbers, they could have disrupted Allied supply lines, bombed critical cities, and delayed the invasion of Europe. Not necessarily guaranteeing victory, but possibly forcing a stalemate. So why didn't it work? Because innovation alone isn't enough. Germany faced crippling shortages, constant Allied bombing, and critical strategic mistakes. Even worse, leadership often interfered. Projects were delayed, resources misallocated. In the end, these wonder weapons were too little, too late. The secret Nazi plan didn't win the war, but it changed the future. Many of these technologies became the foundation of modern warfare. A reminder that even in defeat, innovation can leave a lasting legacy. What if they had succeeded? If you want more hidden stories from history, subscribe now and watch the next video, because some secrets are even more unbelievable than this one.